Hey everyone, this is Viper4724, and today I wanted to take a look at a fully loaded Dovan deck, show off how fun he can be, how great of cards there are out there to go with him. He is an energizing and overloading Planeswalker from Kaladesh. As you can see, each one of his abilities has one or the other in. The first one's going to be using Energized, the second one's going to be using Energized and Overload, and the third one we're going to be using the Overload ability. Now, everything in his deck is also energizing and overloading with the Marvel. Energizing when it comes into play, overloading to draw a card and give it full mana. Imperial Voyager, energizing the board as quickly as possible with however much he attacks for. Putting that many energized gems on the board, the Multiform Wonder using multiple overload abilities, Aether Sphere Harvester when it overloads, getting that lifelink ability, Saheeli's Artistry, giving all of your one of your creatures +X for the amount of energized gems on the board, Dynavolt Tower, energizing gems as you play itself and other cards, and overloading to deal 5 damage to your opponent. Electrostatic Pummeler, gaining +X/+0 for the amount of energized gems on the board. Gonti's Aetherheart, giving you an extra turn every time you overload 3. Deadlock Trap, disabling the first creature on your opponent's board every time you overload, and then Oath of Ajani. Growing your creatures, giving them +2/+2 when it comes into play, giving them +1/+1 every single time you overload. This should be a great deck. We're going to be playing Koth, so it should be a decently fun match to watch. Like I said, I really want to show off Dovan's abilities. He is a great Planeswalker, fun to use, can be used with his first ability gaining the mana. No matter what, it's always nice to have, no matter what deck you're playing. Here, we're going to try to, use everything to our advantage, see where the game takes us. First thing we want to do is get out that Dynavolt Tower to start energizing the board. After that, we'll get Aether Sphere Harvester out there to start some attacking. And remember, with Koth, it's more important than any other Planeswalker to make sure that we're taking away red matches from him. If he gets all of his red matches that he needs, he'll be able to play anything and everything he wants out on that board. So we're going to try to get the Imperial Voyager out there first. Going to get rid of that red, and in addition we're able to play our own white match at the same time. Now we are going to get an extra play here. What I'm looking at, because there's 3 different options of how I want to do this, is my next move. So what I'm going to try to do is possibly get a red in there if needed. There we go. We were able to get another red to drop onto the board, and we were able to get even more red gems off with another match because of the way that we went with that extra turn move. So we are going to get the Voyager out there. We're going to get the Aether Sphere Harvester out there. And we should start energizing that board. There we go. As you can see, Koth is moving extremely slow. He does now have his first ability available to him, so he should start picking up after this. We're going to work on getting that Marvel out there. And we'll go with that. Now remember, the board is going to begin to start to energize. Speaking of that, I'm going to throw Oath of Ajani out there first. When we energize the board, we're going to continue to grow that Voyager, which makes the board grow or energize even faster. And once we have the board energizing, that is when we'll get that Marvel out and just start drawing cards. Well, and everything's dead. So that's the fun of the Koth deck. I do not have that Tyrant Valakut, exceptionally powerful card, clearly, dealing tons of damage everywhere. It's very important to get that Harvester back out. To start gaining that life. Otherwise, Koth is going to be dealing too much damage too quickly to us. Oh, using his second ability to kill my Harvester. Very bad move on my part. But we got another Harvester. Luckily for some reason there. We are going to use the first ability to gain some extra mana. There we go. Get as many matches as we can. There we go, getting both creatures out on the board. Getting an extra swap. With that extra swap, we're going to be able to play a Ajani. Making sure there's no red matches on the board for him. Go with that. Start growing our Aetherworks Marvel. Now, if he is going to play another Tyrant, our creatures are big enough to not die directly from him. But if he continues to get matches like this, he's going to be able to keep giving all of his creatures +8 and trample. Getting rid of that Tyrant with the Multiform Wonder is definitely a bonus for us. Now we really need to work on getting some more creatures onto the board, making sure that we are hitting the overloads to gain life back, to stay in the game. We're going to gain 6 mana to try to get that Marvel out. There we go. With the Oath of Ajani, we're going to continue to build that Harvester. At this point, we are still completely fine. Now, I do see that he does have a red match, but hopefully after this play, it won't be there anymore. If it is, I mean, so be it. It is kind of good for us at this point. He does have full creatures on the board, so he cannot play another Tyrant. Now, okay, so it is more important for us to get Overload right now. We want to make sure that we get Overload too. Because that will put more cards in our hand. And actually, I do want to get that Artistry out. So what we're going to do, Energize, gain 6 mana. We're going to go for the blue match down at the bottom here. We're going to use the Artistry. Get another card in our hand with full mana gain. That's going to be hitting the board. See which one that is. It's another Artistry. Absolutely huge. And 39 life gain. At this point, unless he's using a direct kill spell, it is going to take a lot for him to win this match. There it is. So now we need to survive a couple more rounds. We are going to be able to deal him 5 damage per round. And really what we want to look for right now is what it's going to take to get 2 hits in one round instead of 1 hit in one round. So right now I don't see anything. We're going to go with that 1 hit. We're going to get the Overload 2. Going to use that Marvel. Deadlock Trap coming on the board is always a great card to have on the board for that disable. There's our Harvester. Sadly, I do not have an Overload 2 that I'm seeing available. We are going to go with the Overload 1 to disable the first one, so that means his second creature will stop growing. And we still get our 5. There we go. He wasn't able to do anything special either. Right now, I am not seeing a very good play for us. Well, that's definitely going to make it a little bit more difficult. With all of the Energized gems on the board, we don't have a single Overload opportunity. So we're just going to get the Harvester out on the board. Next, I'm going to go for the Multiform Wonder. Now, he should have another direct kill spell in his hand, unless those are all creatures, which is very possible with the Koth deck. Oh, there we go, direct damage. Okay. So, here we go. This is a very big play. Quite possibly our last play of the game. What we need to do is deal 5 damage to him. I'm going to try to get the Multiform Wonder out there. And with this match right here, we're going to deal 5 damage. We're going to bring down, hit another one, deal another 5 damage, and we're going to win the game. Extremely close. A lot of fun. An extremely good Koth deck. Full ability, and what that showed you was the versatility in that Dovan deck. As he continued to kill creatures, we had the Marvel out there continuously getting stuff into our hand. We were using the Dynavolt Tower to continue to deal the direct damage, and we were able to get a Deadlock Trap out there to disable the first creature as much as possible. I really hope you enjoyed the deck. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day.